Good morning. There are 3 days of school left. It's pretty exciting to think about. Tonight is the 8th grade graduation, and I will be here late. I have a speech to give, and I have a lot of kids to get across the front of the stage area there so that they can get their 8th grade diploma, so to speak. It's a special night, and a lot of parents enjoy it, and the kids love it, and we're glad to have it for them. But you know what? Transitions can be a little bit scary. I remember going from 8th grade to high school. We went down and had a look at that, and it seemed a lot larger. It seemed like a lot larger world. And there are many transitions we go in life, and sometimes those can be tough, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Have you ever moved from one thing to another, whatever it might be? Maybe you, like I was talking about my students earlier, go from 8th grade to high school, or high school to college, or college to a job, or being single to being married, or being married, being divorced, or some kind of change in your life. Most of the time, I really am fairly confident to say that we just don't really like change that much. We like things to sort of stay the same because they're predictable and we enjoy knowing what's coming. Sometimes when we don't know and we can't see the other side, it's a little bit scary. And that's completely reasonable to feel that way. And I totally understand that sentiment. I don't always like things to change. I remember one evening I pulled in with my daughter, who was a little girl then, and she just sort of sat quietly in the seat beside me. And then she reached over and she put her arms around me and she cried into my shoulder. And I'm like, "What's wrong, honey?" And she said, "Dad, I just don't want things to change. I like things the way they are right now, and I don't want them to change." And I know what she was thinking. She was thinking about her Mimi and her pappy getting older, and herself growing up, and all these different things was going through her little heart and her little mind. And I know that had to be tough. Well, time passes, and my dad has gone on to be with the Lord, and my mom is not really doing that well. So the world of Mimi and Pappy is kind of gone now. And my daughter is a young lady, and things change. She has different responsibilities that an adult has, and I'm older, and things change. We go through time, and we're okay one minute, and then the next minute we're sick. Things change. We go from one state to another state, and things change. Families are all together, and then they're married and often spread apart and not living in the same house. Things change. Well, something that doesn't change, that's God. It says that He changes not. He's the beginning and the end. He's the same today, yesterday, and forever. And we can count on His consistency. We can count on His love, His desire to save us, and all of those things. So when we change our state from alive to not alive, from here to eternity, if we've placed our faith in Jesus Christ, and we have followed what He has taught us, and we have done what we need to do, and trusted Him, and accepted His free gift, nothing that we can earn, then that change is going to be okay. And then we will never change again in a glorified state with the Father for eternity. In peace that passes all understanding and joy beyond measure. That's change we can live with. And that's change that we need. And in this crazy world, where one minute everything's fine and the next minute we're facing disasters, crises, financial crises, border crises, political crises, possible world war crises, people dying and death everywhere, sadness and sickness, and pain and suffering. It's nice to know that we have an eternal Father that does not change and that He loves us. So I hope all the graduates that are changing have success in the future. But more than that, I hope they all find who Jesus Christ is and get that peace and get that relationship with the one who does not change. Have a great day. Be kind to each other. See you next time.